Hey everybody, it's Marty the JavaScript Party. I'm my buddy Rhett. We just finished a long, frustrating video of trying to do a build out for my other project, my voice project. Where once we get all those builds done, then we'll be able to kind of finish that project off. We're very, very close, which is nice. As you can see, we are trying to run unit tests on this. I think somebody put a comment yesterday in one of my videos, and they were like, "Hey, can you make this ThreeJS thing?" And I wasn't sure if they were saying, like, can one, like, is it possible to make this? Or if they were asking if I could personally do it. And I don't know, like I'm sort of reading that through my own lens, like how I would read it, and I'm sure I mean, to me, if I was writing that, what I would have been saying is, come on, dude, let's do 3GS. That's the fun stuff. This is memory leaks, all that stuff is not fun. And I agree, and I'm frustrated with this too. Um, I'm really kicking myself for having gone down the path of creating ty types that have objects in them. Like there was no way to freaking um, export those. But I must have had something broken and just in the heat of war, lost lost view of one of my absolute requirements and my absolute. I am do never ever ever want to ever build out visualizations that I cannot save and work on again later. That just is not that's a game ender. Now I have a mess, and I've mentioned this before. In my unit tests, I have a one of my I have a console log and my um oh so this is very good. So this is an error because basically I have done something that causes this function to start. Just like right now I have something that's deleted that's trying to render probably on this page. So right now I have a massive memory leak, I think. It probably was like thousands of these things that are being deleted. So this it's made the unit test sort of unusable. Um, so what I'm going to do is I think if I hit Control C, it will stop this, and then I can scroll up here. And I want to comment out this for the moment. Um, but I do think that we have now absolutely verified that sometimes things are running and trying to do stuff when whatever it was that was supposed to be running should have stopped. Um, so it's a good and a bad thing. It's bad that I have that situation. It's good that, um, but unfortunately, the unit tests this uh, makes the unit tests unusable. And really, what we want is we'll probably, before we move on off of this round, we'll probably want to narrow down like if I just run unit test, do I still have that problem? What is, and try to figure out, okay, what unit test is causing this issue and is it something that we can address? Um, so we're commented that out. Let's go ahead and restart and we will. It would be really nice to be able to turn that back on and then not have all of those pop up. Um, Definitely something I want. Although it does look like if it actually generated, I don't know if it actually generated the full-blown report, but if it did actually generate the report, it looks like we still have, so we still have 100% test coverage, which blows me away because I thought for sure in our animator we had, like in here, I thought we had some cases. Well, no, we must have been getting into both cases because that console log was there. Am I looking at the right code though? We must be. Create animation. What is this? This is animation service. Is this animation service that we're looking at? Okay, and this is line 73. Yeah, so yeah, so that's good. We still have 100% test coverage. Um, I think before we're not done. I definitely want to go back and try to figure this out. Um, but before I do that, I want to see, did we break any end-to-end tests, which I don't think we did. Run Cypress and open. And then we'll do that. Man, I'll tell you, my other applications I'm getting, that I'm right at the end of, I so wish I had end-to-end tests, because like I would love to be able to just run those on the deployed, things, run all those tests and see that everything works in the deployed version. I mean, it instantly broke the minute I pushed it out to the deployment. It broke. And it was all routing stuff that broke. Um, I have got them, I would say about 95% of the way to completely, like I've got using Cypress where I work. I've got the QA person completely, I think he's completely sold on using Cypress. And the CI/CD is, I would say, 99% sold. Our continuous deployment person, and I would say my manager is probably about 85% sold. I would say that the um, director is probably like 95% sold. So we're in pretty good shape. I'm kind of pushing for us to get like some training. It'd be really nice if we, as a group, could get some sort of training. Um, and like a lot of the like more junior developers and people who would like to get into development and stuff like that, our stuff's pretty complex where I work. So it would be nice if we could keep the end-to-end tests very simple, um, so that it's sort of an entry path into into working on the application. Something that like interns could do. Um, and it's working on scripts like this is a great way to actually learn an application too. Okay, so all right, so this, what I want to do is undo this thing. Let's go ahead and close down the Cypress scripts. I did not think Cypress would break. I'm astounded that unit tests are still 100% coverage. That I did not expect. But what I want to do is I want to go into, and here's where, see, all the Cypress tests are together. This is where it'd be nice to have the Cypress test, all the unit tests together, because the problem now that I have is all these unit tests are just all over the place. So um, I guess we'll try animation service spec, and we're just going to try to, I think we can just put the word F for focus in front of this. And I think we only have one describe. Yeah, okay. So all of these unit tests, I think only these unit tests will get run now. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll see if we get that issue with this. Oh, the console. Oh, did I? Yeah, I undid the console log. I mean, I think we really do want to see if we can figure out what I'm doing that causes this deleted to be, and then it and then decide like, do we want to fix that as part of this um, commit, or do we want to make that its own commit? Um, okay, so all the animation ones are running, so and we do not have the issue, so um, it's kind of a bummer. Um, wish we could figure out which test. I don't think there's a good way to figure out something like this, but it would be nice to figure out which test is resulting in that console log getting fired. Um, so I guess we'll just work through all the services first. Have a bunch of services. Um, it's probably going to be in the ST and very likely to be the renderer service, right? So we'll change it to this one, Control F, and save. See if it drops. Then I think we have to hit reload to get it to redo. So all it ran was the renderer, and okay, this is good. This is really good. So the renderer service is causing this loop to happen, or the unit tests of the renderer service. Now, it could just be some little weird thing, or it could be like for real. But something about the renderer service is, in fact, causing. Now, I would be shocked if this just creating the renderer service causes it. That would be very weird. Okay, so creating the renderer service did not catch it. Should retrieve a renderer by ID. And I mean, I feel like this is a huge win for unit tests in my mind because, okay, so we ended up having a bunch of them happen. It doesn't, so basically getting a renderer by ID, well, it's still happening. No, sorry, that was false. False. I don't think. Hit reload again. Have it rerun them. Load. Yeah, okay. I just scrolled up. Okay, try this one. But we have some, yeah, so we have some set of code that's causing a very strange result. Oh, this guy should delete ID. So this guy creates something, so I'm assuming that guy by itself can't be like it may not. It could be that in concert with the other ones is causing it. I don't think so. I think this one is really the but deleting an ID. And see, this is nice because like because of unit tests, we can actually nail down exactly what process is doing it. So now we can just start commenting out things. Let's just comment out our two expectations. And now comment this guy. Okay, so delete resolve service, delete renderer ID. So I'm guessing it is running right now. If we were to put a console log, is this where it is? This is not where it is. That's where we made changes. But in animation service, if we were to put another console log on the other side, I think it's still running right now, which I think is fine. It's kind of weird though that you can't see it. You'd think you'd be able to see the thing, but behind the scenes, I think it's still running at this point because it never got deleted. But it still exists somewhere. Um, so log found one, found it. Yeah, see, it's still running. So, which is probably fine. Which is probably fine because, like I said, somewhere there's probably a an actual the thing still exists, but when we go to delete it, um, it gets the delete process doesn't actually delete it, right? Because now if I go here, and like honestly, like I don't understand what causes the thing to what causes it to because once we go here, it doesn't get rerun again. So why is it? What is causing this function to continue running? Um, because I think I was under the impression that this is what causes it to run again. So I don't know why it's still running. But this function that we returned is still running for some reason. Um, even though like it doesn't even have anything to run on. Um, so we call the delete renderer. What does delete renderer do in the renderer service? So basically all it does is mark it and then it removes the reference. So there's another existing reference to this thing right now. And it's probably in here. Okay, so render spec. So basically all we do is this is the only one running. Basically all we do is call service delete renderer one. We say service get base renderer and then we delete. So base, I'm guessing something in okay, so if we do this and this, does it happen? I don't think we're gonna, it's service delete. Yeah, it doesn't happen. Then basically the minute we create a get base service renderer, something in there creates a reference to the renderer. All right, so and I'm sorry, this is a real pain in the butt. I mean, this is not fun for me. I'm trying to make it as fun as I can for myself, but this is a bummer. And it's this guy right here, right? Or no, it's not this guy. It's get base service. It's this guy's got some sort of issue. So this renderer service creates a renderer. I guess all we can do at this point is start. Um, Gosh, it's so weird that that thing is still running. That function is still running. That's what's really blowing my mind here. Okay, I want to get rid of all these working trees. Okay, so all of the, yeah, there's nothing going on in there. So right now I'm a bit confused. I'm trying to get my head straight. Okay, so this, something in here is causing an issue, right? Oh, this is the renderer function. Okay, and this is where we create the renderer function. And then we set the animation for the renderer function here. So what happens if we just comment out that line of code? I am to the point where I think that this needs to be its own. Um, okay, so when I do the set renderer service set animation function, that's what causes our pain and suffering here. Okay, so let's go in here, go to definition, go to implementation. Okay, so this get renderer of ID set animation loop. Okay, so if we comment this out, I'm guessing the problem goes away. And then this is a ThreeJS. I believe this is a yeah, this is a ThreeJS thing. So let's see if renderer has like a, oh, auto clear. I wonder what clear does. Oh, that's a function, or that's a property, I believe. I believe when it's, oh, okay, so let's read about set animation loop. What does this give you? Does it return anything, I wonder? Oh, returns a void. Um, oh, if null is stopped, so for this renderer, if I pass in a null when I delete it, the ThreeJS renderer, if I pass in a null, it will stop. So I have a const that I create, which gives me the renderer by ID. When I delete this, when I delete my renderer, I need to call the set animation loop with null in there. Okay. So I guess I need to do that as part of this effort. Okay, so must be stopped when render is deleted. Okay, so that has to be stopped. And basically the way you do it, I believe it's what it's saying is you go render dot set animation loop null. And then that will stop it. And I think what's happening right now is I don't know exactly what's happening, but we don't delete the render here. But wherever we're deleting the render, when we delete, I believe that is what one of the things we built into this entire effort was in the, okay, so I have this so that I don't forget that information. In the ST renderer, I think we added a change. Okay, that's the interface. In the renderer service, I believe we added a delete render by ID, right? Oh, and I did try to do that. Okay, so now I'm completely lost again. Okay, what are my changes? This was the thing, and this was just about camera. Animation service, I added a thing so that basically we would find out when I broke everything. And then over here, oh, so we actually need to probably in the, so we probably need to delete the renderer. See, because we don't ever in our spec. Oh, okay, so we actually call this delete renderer. Okay, so I need to go here in a second, but so I have a delete service delete renderer. Let's go. Let's hope that go to definition, go to implementation. I think go to definition is the same thing in this. Okay. Yes. So on top of that, we also need to, okay. Okay. We need to delete the, we need to stop the function. Stop the render function, the WebGL render function, because it continues to run. To run unless it's stopped. Unless stopped. Stopped. All right, that is huge. All right. Anyways, happy coding, everybody. Have a wonderful day. That's what I'll be doing tomorrow morning. Bye.